Life for Mind presents. Have you ever wondered how much of your actions and reactions are driven by the hardwiring of your brain? Well, welcome to a fascinating exploration of the human mind. Today, we're diving deep into 12 startling psychological facts that have the potential to completely transform your perspective. Understanding psychology is akin to unraveling a mystery. It's the key to unlocking the secrets of human behavior, and it sheds light on the intricate labyrinth that is our mind. It helps us comprehend why we do what we do, and how our emotions, thoughts, and experiences shape our world. Imagine the thrill of peeking behind the curtain of your own consciousness, gaining insights that could change the way you perceive yourself and others. Today's journey promises to be an enlightening one, filled with revelations about the fascinating world of psychology. So, buckle up, sit tight, and prepare to have your mind blown by these intriguing psychological facts. Did you know that fear can actually spark your creativity? It sounds counterintuitive, right? But let's delve a bit deeper. Fear, a primal emotion, has been with us since our caveman days, helping us survive in a world teeming with danger. When confronted with a threat, our brains kick into high gear, devising strategies to keep us safe. This is where creativity comes into play. Think of it as a survival instinct. In the face of fear, our minds become a brainstorming hub, quickly generating a myriad of solutions to navigate the impending danger. This fear-driven creativity isn't just about survival, though. It can also lead to innovative thinking in other aspects of life. For instance, a writer might channel their fear of rejection into creating a unique, compelling narrative. An entrepreneur might transform their fear of failure into developing a groundbreaking business idea. So next time you're scared, channel that energy into something creative. Imagine the world without color. Seems dull, right? But there's more to color than meets the eye. Color psychology is the study of hues as a determinant of human behavior. It's fascinating how colors can influence our emotions, decisions, and even appetite. For example, red, often associated with love and passion, can also trigger alertness and encourage appetite. Ever wonder why so many fast food logos are red? Now you know. On the other hand, blue is a color that exudes calmness and can increase productivity. This is why it's often used in offices and workspaces. Green, symbolizing nature and tranquility, is known to alleviate stress. And yellow, the color of the sun, can uplift our spirits, promoting optimism. So, the next time you're choosing a color for your room or your outfit, remember you're not just picking a color, you're setting a mood, influencing decisions, and even controlling appetites. So color is not just about aesthetics, it's a powerful psychological tool. Ever noticed how a song can change your mood in an instant? One moment you're humming along to a cheerful tune, and the next, a melancholy melody tugs at your heartstrings. That's no accident. Music has a profound influence on our emotions and behaviors, working its magic through rhythm, melody, and lyrics. The tempo of a song can quicken our pulse, arousing feelings of excitement or anticipation. A slow, solemn melody can evoke a sense of melancholy or peace, and lyrics, they can resonate with our personal experiences, stirring up a whirlpool of emotions. Beyond the realm of personal experiences, music has therapeutic potential too. Music therapy is a burgeoning field, utilizing music to help people manage stress, improve mental health, and even enhance cognitive function. So the next time you hit play on your music player, remember music is a powerful mood-altering tool. Use it wisely. Ever met someone who's extremely confident but lacks competence in what they're doing? That, my friends, is the Dunning-Kruger effect in action. It's a psychological phenomenon where people with little knowledge or skill in a particular area tend to overestimate their abilities. Picture this: a novice chess player who's just learned the game. He wins a match or two and suddenly, he believes he's ready to take on the grandmasters. In his mind, he's a chess prodigy. But we all know there's more to chess than just knowing how the pieces move. This overconfidence often stems from the inability to recognize one's own mistakes. It's like being lost in a forest and not knowing you're lost. It's only when we begin to learn more about a subject that we start to understand how little we actually know. So always question your competence, it can lead to self-improvement. Can someone else's belief in your ability actually increase your performance? Well, the Pygmalion effect suggests just that, and it's one of the most fascinating psychological phenomena out there. Named after the Greek myth of Pygmalion, a sculptor who fell in love with a statue he had carved, the Pygmalion effect is the theory that our expectations can influence the performance of others. Imagine your boss, or your teacher, truly believes you have the potential to excel. This belief, this expectation of high performance is communicated in subtle ways. You might find yourself working harder, pushing yourself further, not wanting to let them down. Their belief in you spurs you on, and before you know it, you're achieving more than you thought possible. This is the Pygmalion effect in action, a self-fulfilling prophecy where high expectations lead to improved performance. So the next time you're doubting someone's potential, remember this: your belief in someone can literally make them better. Did you know that your overall impression of a person can be influenced by how you feel about just one aspect of their character? This is known as the halo effect, a fascinating psychological phenomenon. The halo effect suggests that our brains have a tendency to create a single, overall impression of someone based on a single trait or characteristic, be it their smile, their intelligence, or their charisma. This singular trait then colors our perception of their other traits. For instance, if we deem someone as kind, we may also perceive them as trustworthy, intelligent and friendly, regardless of whether these assumptions are accurate or not. This cognitive bias can lead us to make incorrect judgments about people, which may impact our relationships, decisions, and interactions. So the next time you meet someone new, remember the halo effect. Always strive to see the whole picture, not just one trait. Ever wondered why people are less likely to help someone in distress when there are many people around? This phenomenon is known as the bystander effect, a startling psychological concept that challenges our notions of empathy and responsibility. When an emergency occurs, we naturally assume that someone else in the crowd will step up and take action. This diffusion of responsibility, coupled with the fear of embarrassment if our help is unnecessary, often leads to inaction. Research shows that the more people present during an emergency, the less likely any one individual is to intervene. It's a strange paradox, isn't it? However, being aware of this effect can empower us to break the pattern. Next time you find yourself in a situation where help is needed, don't just stand there assuming someone else will come forward. Be the one to step in. Remember, your action can make a difference, even in a crowd. Did you know that exposure to one stimulus can influence your response to a subsequent stimulus? This intriguing psychological phenomenon is known as priming. It's like setting the stage for your mind's next act. Let's say you read a list of words including yellow and banana. Later, if you're asked to name a fruit, you're more likely to say banana because your mind was primed with that word earlier. Priming also plays a big role in our decision-making process. For instance, if a person is exposed to words related to old age, they might subsequently move slower than usual. If you're shown a happy face before judging something, you're likely to judge it more positively. The fascinating part? Most of this happens unconsciously. We're rarely aware that our reactions are being shaped by prior stimuli. It's a subtle yet potent force that shapes our perceptions and behaviors. So, always be aware of how your environment can influence your decisions. Ever wondered how just believing you're getting treated can make you feel better? This is the magic of the placebo effect, a fascinating psychological phenomenon where a fake treatment such as sugar pills or saline injections can have a real positive effect if a person believes it will help them. It's not about trickery or deception. Instead, it's about the power of our mind and the strength of our belief. If we truly believe that a treatment will work, our minds can create the physical changes necessary to make it so. It's as if our brains are saying, if you believe it, I'll make it happen. The placebo effect has been used in countless clinical trials to test the effectiveness of new drugs, and the results are often astonishing. Patients receiving placebos often report improvements in their symptoms, simply because they believe they are receiving a real treatment. It's a testament to the extraordinary power of the human mind. Remember, belief can be a powerful medicine. Ever wondered why unfinished tasks are easier to remember than completed ones? This phenomenon is known as the Zeigarnik effect, named after the Soviet psychologist Bluma Zeigarnik. It's an intriguing part of our cognitive functioning where our brains are wired to remember uncompleted or interrupted tasks better than those we've completed. Let's say you're in the middle of reading a gripping novel but you're interrupted. You'll find that the plot and characters stick in your mind more vividly than if you had finished the book. Similarly, if you're halfway through a task at work and have to switch gears, you're more likely to remember the details of the unfinished task. This is because our brain perceives uncompleted tasks as a sort of mental tension, a loose end that needs to be tied up. It's our mind's way of ensuring we return to finish what we started. So if you want to remember something, leave it unfinished. Did you know that your body language can affect how others perceive you and even your own mood? Quite intriguing, isn't it? Our bodies can communicate volumes without us uttering a single word. It's like a secret language that we're all fluent in, but often overlook. Let's take power posing as an example. This concept suggests that adopting a powerful, expansive posture can make you feel more confident and in control. Imagine standing tall, hands on hips, chest out like a superhero ready to take on the world. Studies show that holding such a pose for just 2 minutes can lower stress levels and increase feelings of power. But it's not just about how you feel. Others can also pick up these subtle cues. A firm handshake, a confident gaze, open postures, these can all influence how others perceive us, often leading to more positive interactions. Remember, your body language can speak louder than words. So, why not let it say something great? Ever wondered why your first impression of something often sticks? This is due to a psychological phenomenon known as the anchoring bias. It's the tendency for our brains to latch onto the first piece of information we receive about something, and then use that as a reference point for all future judgments and decisions. This can happen in everyday situations. For instance, imagine you're buying a car. The salesperson might mention a high starting price, creating an anchor in your mind. Even if they later offer a lower price, you might still think you're getting a good deal because it's less than the initial high price. The anchoring bias can also influence our perceptions of people. Our first impression of someone can set the tone for how we view them in the future. This is why first impressions can be so powerful and lasting. It's important to be aware of this bias and challenge our initial assumptions. Remember, the first piece of information isn't always the most accurate. As we've seen, the human mind is a complex and fascinating entity. It is a rich tapestry, woven from a myriad of psychological threads, each one intricately connected to the next. From the Dunning-Kruger effect, revealing our inherent blind spots in self-assessment, to the Pygmalion effect, demonstrating the power of expectation on performance. We've delved into the profound influence of color and music on our moods, and the intriguing connection our brain forms between fear and creativity. We've explored the significant role of body language in our communication, and the surprising influence of the bystander and halo effects on our behaviors. We've uncovered the strength of the placebo effect, the Zeigarnik effect's influence on memory, and how priming and anchoring bias can subtly sway our decisions. Each one of these facts offers a unique insight into our complex mental machinery. Keep these facts in mind as you navigate through your daily life, and you might just find your perspective transformed.